Hello. Yeah, unfortunately, my team took a very, very unfortunate loss yesterday, but we regained, and then yeah, today we've got UGent versus PXL. We got our top three confirmed, but now we're looking to see who we're gonna get in the grand finals.
Yeah, you would think UGent they're looking good going into this. Obviously, they have just lost, so maybe Pixel will have a bit of momentum coming off of a win. But UGent have a very strong side here, and I think for them today it will just be a matter of making sure they can play against VUB again in the final, and get regain almost in order to be able to take down VUB, and maybe take it home if they can.
Yep, I mean, I do have to say that I do think Yugen are big favorites here. Obviously, they're going 8-0 in their group, and they've actually beaten Pixel in this playoff bracket as well. So Yugen definitely the heavy favorites here.
I actually don't know if Atlanta has started the server yet, if so I cannot join.
Yeah, I don't think we've been sent the details. Oh, oh my. Uh, okay. So
You get so are there any caps? The name and password.
okay. Uh.
Yeah.
Guys, we're just having some production issues, but don't worry, we will see the gameplay very very soon.
If we watch it just through the stream, we're going to be behind.
No, we shouldn't be.
Would we
If
not?
it's through the OBS stream, no, it should be fine.
Oh, that is. Uh,
Okay, so is this so watching through your OBS then? Is
can
that
we
what we're
really
doing?
not get the? Can you just send? Wait, is it? This is just odd.
Don't know.
Why did you put it up? I was gonna say I can't see anything. It was all caps. Like, thanks. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. I definitely knew. I still have Ugent. Right, technical difficulties have been resolved, and despite the fact that we did miss game 1, we can now cast from here.
Alright, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we missed, not the viewers, we missed a game 1 overtime there, but taken by UGent, so UGent just barely getting the upper hand here, but Pixel, to be fair, they've put up a decent showing early on here. Now it's just a question of can they do it again, because going all the way to overtime in game 1 when you're facing a team like UGent, you want to be getting a lot of momentum early, and they haven't been awarded that as of yet, so UGent on the front foot so far.
Yeah, I think it's no secret really that UGent are the favourites to win this. But Pixel, you know, they showed promise during the first game. You know, the fact that they took it to overtime at all proves that they indeed did score. It proves that they could possibly have what it takes here. As Capity, or however you say that, it's a difficult one to say, I should say Zender instead. Zender does make it 1-0. They have proven that they do have the capability of perhaps getting one up on this UGent squad.
Yeah, by the way, that's actually Xander. I don't know why, but he just likes having weird nicknames. But yeah, he'll put in the first goal of game number 2, and Pixel up by 1, and looking to get some momentum now against this this very favorable UGent squad.
Yeah, Builder's going to have to try and clear this out now. It's a pinch on us with Blades there as Arrow clears out to Zender. Dazzles unable to get hit up with Chaos. Not the best of it's there. We'll go to Blades. Dazzles has to make a emergency save, and Mauro might have a chance here. UGent looking a little bit disorganized, maybe, unable to get these touches. As that pinch middle, Wolf for Dazzles tries to go for an edge, but Zender finds himself up very quickly. Chaos on the backboard will have to get a clearance.
Yep, Chaos very, very much known for his smartness, basically. His intelligence on the field. Bilbo here on the counter-attack, and there it is, the counter-attack. Very well struck by Bilbo. Here beating 2 defenders, getting it over 1, and just too fast for the defense of Pixel.
Yeah, look at that. RLCS Season 9 EU champion. Clearly Bilbo knows what he's doing in attack.
Perhaps he was the substitute on that roster.
Nah, I don't know what you mean. Oh, we're here. Have to get clear. He's been chased by Dazzles there. It's a wonder he didn't get demos. Bilbo hits it up. Another chance here for UGent. Bilbo hits it into the backboard. Blade can't get a touch to it. Chaos opts to try and get this mid rather than going for a shot. He will find it, but UGent unable to capitalize as Dazzles simply does not hit the ball. Bilbo tries to keep the offensive pressure up as Chaos can't quite get it past Mauro. You have to say though, UGent continuing the pressure in this second game.
That was a great pass there by F-Blade. Wow, a great pass, not by F-Blade, sorry, by Xander, and F-Blade finishing it off. And I was gonna say earlier, I mean, there was a great read from Pixel, you know, reading the pass coming out from Dazzles into the midfield, and in return, they make a brilliant passing play themselves, so that should quite damage the confidence here of UGent, questioning what kind of passes they can go for, because so far Pixel have been reading them very, very well.
Yeah, it's possible that the Pixel players are more used to each other. I have been told that the UGent squad don't really do many scrims or really practice that much outside of tournament matches. It wouldn't be out of the question to think that Pixel just have a bit more, you know, unity and a bit more knowledge of how each other play, and that could give them an edge in this series. They're now winning Game 2 against a team that on paper looks shockingly better.
Oh, Dazzles! Oh, almost just wide off the post. It was a brilliant effort by Dazzles off the corner and almost in, but yeah, Pixel to get away with that one.
Yeah, that is a difference to see there, even if Pixel do perhaps are a bit more used to each other. That is just a mechanical ability that you might see from UGent that will just outstrip Pixel. If they're not careful. You argue Dazzles might have been a little bit unlucky not to score there, just shot it at the post. But you know, it's looking good for UGent, but it's also not looking awful for Pixel, as it's almost a goal for UGent, an equalising goal almost as Dazzles tries to get the shot off. But this series looks like it actually could go either way.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a we'll call it a defensive masterclass, even though it's been quite uncomfortable for them. But Pixel are just holding on, and they're really getting into this tail end of the game now, where they only have to hold on for another minute and a half, and still leading by one. So still in a precarious position where they could throw the lead at any given time.
Bilbo gets it past Maurer. Zender is there though. Maurer, the attack hits that forward. It should be taken by Zazzle. So looks a little bit awkward on the wall, but does get it past two now. Great chance of Ugent, but he can't get it over. Maurer is chaos. Bit of a whiff. Bilbo there to pick up the pieces. Zazzle's hits it up for chaos. Can he get there first? No, he will be beaten to the ball by Blade. Maurer hits that off of Chaos's car. Zazzle's can't get a clearance. A great chance of a pixel, and Zender can't quite capitalise. It's another woodwork hit in game two, and a goal that may surely have secured this match for Pixel just about doesn't go in.
Should have been the game decider there for Pixel, but instead they're gonna have to keep playing defense for another 30 seconds as this UGent squad piling on a lot of pressure here. Bilbo pass off to Chaos and it gets it on target. Great control by Chaos and a great pass by Bilbo. And 30 seconds remaining, we're all tied.
Yeah, that was awesome from Chaos. Just absolutely the most chill person on the field that moment. He sees the ball coming towards him, he knows exactly what to do. Literally just lets it bounce off his car and gets a final touch in.
Azazel's going for the backboard. Good read there by Mario and Zazzles. I mean, him specifically, obviously Bilbo is the all-around standout on this UGent squad, but Zazzles, for him specifically, he's just an extremely mechanical player. So it's definitely a player that adds a very interesting dynamic to this squad. Chaos obviously being more of an intelligent player, so they got multiple roles that they can fill in, which is quite handy to have in a team. You don't want every player to be carbon copies of each other, so you again definitely have a lot of attributes that they can really take advantage of if they're able to get some unity in the squad.
Zender here getting an early shot off in overtime. Zazzle's having to come in clutch with a save. With the Wolverine in the backboard to clear this out. Up to Zazzles. Tries to get perhaps a flip reset here. It does get it. And it will go past one, but Blade with a simple clearance. Bilbo can't get it past Zender. Mauru opting to hit it high. Zazzles might have a chance here, but doesn't read it correctly. This might bounce dangerously into Ugent's box, but Bilbo with a great clearance.
Here, 30 seconds into overtime now, and Pixel in control here. Xander hitting this one forwards. Bilbo's right there, however. A good challenge by F-Blade. But it looks like they're in a bit of a low boost position here, Pixel. A little bit awkward as they're having to scramble out of defense here. Another ball in the midfield. Eventually a challenge comes out from Xander, but could have proven fatal if a UGent player was able to get to that a little bit earlier. Now, again, a low boost play coming out from Xander, upfield. F-Blade unable to do anything with that, and mechanically not quite looking on point here, or Pixel.
Yeah, honestly, the mechanics really seem to be the main driving force that are allowing Ugent to seem more dominant here. Pixel, they haven't looked as strong, but that won't matter if they can keep the defense as good as they have. Obviously, they have conceded twice, but I have to say they are performing better than I would have expected them to. Ugent haven't been able to do much as Bilbo tries to charge an attack there, but can't quite get it going. It's almost like Ugent haven't played with each other, and Bilbo will make it 3-2 in this game, as I say that. Xander hitting it straight into Zazzles. Blade can't get there first. Bilbo's shot was trivial in the end, and that will be game 2 to UGent Esports.
Yeah, it's a great game there, very close game rather, but yeah, Bilbo there proving why he is the star on this UGent squad. Just simply the best player here, and for Pixel, I think they have a decent playstyle to try to confront this UGent squad, because they're not based on all the mechanics, and their peak might not necessarily be anywhere near that of UGent, but they play a very cohesive style, and they don't really focus on the mechanics. They make sure they're rotating very cleanly. So all around for Pixel, it's just a case of playing clean or Rocket League, and it can definitely they can definitely capitalize on mistakes when they do come. Apparently, we're getting asked to make a rehost of the server, so we're gonna have some slight delay here coming into the next game. But I'm gonna ask you, Timmons, is do Pixel have to change something up here? And if so, do you know what exactly?
It's difficult to say because, as we've mentioned, UGent just in the end are overall in terms of sort of peaks the better squad. But Pixel have done well to keep it going. I'd say maybe I don't know stronger on attack, but you can't just magically make yourself stronger. It may just be a case that UGent's skill is just a bit too much for them to handle.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been a bit of the case here, obviously, when you have a player like Bilbo as well on this UGent team. It's quite the advantage to have, so I think Pixel might just have to try to single out Bilbo a little bit and make sure they're approaching plays coming from said player differently, as we're having a couple
False
more
start.
issues here.
Oh dear. We leaving
But
again? Yeah.
yep, we're leaving again. But
Next
you
match
know,
shoot screen.
next match starting soon, screen.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, the World Cup, guys. How's that going? I wonder who's winning between Argentina. I think Argentina were 2-0 up when I last checked, but I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, they are. They're still 2 up.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, I'm not biased, but I think Argentina will win that one. Shout out. Shout out. Alright. Does this seem good? Yeah, I think we're all good to go. So yeah, we're gonna head into the next game here again in our favorite map here, DFH Stadium. And Timon's gonna put you on the spot here. Who do you think will take this next game?
Honestly, absolutely no bias for who I'm casting. I think it'll be you again. They're just such a strong squad overall. Obviously, even if they've come off a loss to VUB, and my prediction may be put true here as Bilbo. Excellent pass mid by Chaos. Xander could do nothing. And already, it's 1-0 to Yugen. It has to happen now for Pixel. They're in the losers bracket, and they can't afford to drop one more game. It is indeed now or never.
The awareness really shown there from Chaos there, finding his teammate perfectly, setting up that first goal within the first 30 seconds. And Zazzle's almost had a clean opportunity there, however, did not make a touch on the ball. Chaos will have an open net after the bump, however. Zazzle's some improvisation here after I think he missed the ball on accident, but he did get a really good demo afterwards and an open net opportunity capitalized by UGent Esports.
Yeah, this is the exact opposite of what Pixel needed. They've shown so far in this series that their defense has actually been a relative strong point. But to concede 2 goals straight off the bat, have they been trying something different? Maybe trying to be less passive or more aggressive? But you know, if that's the case, it's clearly not worked out for them. Their defense was a strong point, and now it's really a mountain to climb to keep them in the tournament.
Yeah, when you drop 2 games, you know, you do basically, unless you've been playing fairly decent and you feel like you've been slightly unfortunate with how it's turned out, you've got to change something up, especially when the other team has just looked a bit better. And sometimes in trying to play differently, you do end up messing things all up and it doesn't quite go your way. But it's fair enough that you do try something. So for the next 4 minutes or what? No, we got 3 minutes and a half. Pixel are just going to put everything on the line here to try to come back, because 2 goals, you know, based on what we've seen so far, is going to be very hard for them to come back. So I think we're definitely going to see a bit of an aggressive style coming out here from Pixel.
Mauer might try and get some in the middle here, interrupted by Chaos, but Xander will get a decent clearance out. Even Chaos there with no boost able to get a decent hit. Mauru is the first one to challenge that. That might bounce dangerously to the backboard. It's a great demo from Mauru, but the shot just wasn't on. And a great chance to make the goal deficit 1 for PXL Esports was again not capitalized on. And Bilbo now trying to instigate an attack for UGent. It's such a shame there for Pixel. That was something they really would have needed to get themselves back into this series.
Welcome did come out, and low boosty from Zazzles could have been proven vital here for Pixel to come back, but looks like they can't quite get the right opportunities and can't quite capitalize on the minor mistakes that are coming out from UGent. Here another ball being put on the back, but a pre-jump coming out from Pixel. Bilbo on the counter attack doesn't quite get the most effective play, however, does keep it up as more pressure here coming out from UGent. Saved again, Pixel on the counter attack themselves. Bilbo, earliest one to that ball, however, doesn't make it count. Pixel slight, maybe miscommunication. That's played on pretty low boost. However, Xander still being able to beat his man, though not fast enough reception there in the midfield.
Yeah, the seconds are trickling down. Pixel Esports. 2 minutes is plenty of time to get 2 goals, as long as you're in a more even interaction. As Bilbo will make it 3. I don't think his shot was actually even on target, but Xander, who had jumped for the save, accidentally double tapping it into his own net, and it's not looking good for Pixel Esports. They have to find something, and they have to find it now, as Bilbo might get another one here. Xander able to defend the flick. Chaos to get back to the middle. A double commit there between Zazzles, who I think had actually backed off after seeing Chaos go for it. Mauru can't get a hit. Bilbo can't quite finish it off as Blade tries to clear this out. It's not looking like it's gonna go Pixel's way though, and UGent may be our grand finalists.
Here another goal coming up from Bilbo. It's just clean, beating everyone to the ball there, and you can tell there was definitely more of an aggressive style coming out from Pixel in the last 2 minutes or so we've watched, and you know, haven't been able to score from the opportunities they have been given, and they have been punished brutally here by UGent Esports, who, to be fair, I mean, they dropped one game to Pixel earlier on in the bracket, and now that they got beaten really badly by VUB, a 3-0 sweep there, and it looks like they're trying to really come back from that, and they're doing so pretty strongly here, looking to be a sweep here against Pixel now.
Yeah, a sense of despair perhaps, maybe looming over this Pixel squad. 4 down with 50 seconds remaining. Their offense hasn't really been their strong suit this series. They've had a few offensive errors, and to get 4 in 40 seconds is very unlikely against this UGent squad. It's not looking good for them, but it is looking great for UGent, who really don't have much chance of losing this now as Chaos tries to get a flip set into the middle. Zazzles with a shot, but off the crossbar, trying to make it 5-0, and just about unable to.
20 seconds remaining. I mean, it's a 4-0. It's a great victory here for UGent. Pixel, that practically cannot come back here. And I do want to say, though, for Pixel, I don't think they should be too disappointed. Realistically, their expectation going into the season was going to be, oh my, they missed that one as well. Eventually, a goal comes in from Mara. But yeah, their expectation would have been to get top 3 here for this event. And they have reached top 3. They got beaten by a very good UGent squad. I mean, they do have Bilbo, you know. That name is quite a notable one considering his past contributions to the scene as a player. And yeah, I mean, they've achieved basically what they could have. They tried to get an upset here against UGent, but they didn't quite have the individual brilliance to do so, unfortunately here.
Regardless, Pixel threw everything they had at them, but UGent find themselves on top. They may have lost to VUB in the winners' final, but they will have to take a look at themselves, see what they can do to beat them, because it will be a VUB and UGent Esports grand final.
Yep, I think the grand final will be taking place tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, UGent, they looked extremely impressive today. They really looked like they're trying to come back after their result coming in yesterday. Unfortunately, you know, my team won't be able to come back from yesterday because we've been we've been eliminated. But UGent, the main team, the A team, has come back, and yeah, they're trying to take the title in grand finals coming up tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what stream you'll be able to find it, though. Just look up some BSL details and you can find it. But yeah, that was a great series, a 3-0 sweep from UGent.